Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Saturday game day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, go to Brock. Need a roof? Call Parish. Of course, it is game day, y'all. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Game day, LSU and Ole Miss. Get fired up for it, y'all. Finally have which should be an awesome night in Tiger Stadium. Beautiful weather, a full capacity crowd, ripping, roaring, ready, hopefully to bring the Tigers through to a win tonight. I'll see if they can get it. Talk a lot about the game, so if you got questions, fire away. I've said it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Situation, I believe, dramatically favors LSU in the ball game. I think Ole Miss is the better team. I think this is a replay of what we saw out in Las Vegas, a lower scoring game than basically anybody is expecting, and it's going to come down to someone with an opportunity to make a play at the end of the game. Tigers couldn't do that out in Las Vegas. Hopefully they're able to do it here this go round in Death Valley. Of course, that is the great advantage, is that you're playing this game at home in Tiger Stadium. We'll see if the Tigers can go get a dub. Get a dub tonight, man. It'd be huge if they could find a way to get this done. 1 second. I'm just updating the thumbnail. Should have done that before. My bad. Okay, y'all. There's also I have there on the description of the episode today, aside from just obviously being game day, and we'll talk tons about that. It was fine. News finally broke that, which is something that unfortunately has been percolating for a while, and that's it. That Greg Brooks is suing LSU. So Yahoo had tip Ross Dellinger, who actually did the legwork and went and found the lawsuit. And if you care to listen to Locked on LSU today, that it's a brief episode. My Ole Miss preview episodes are all in the can. You can go catch any of those. Preview, prediction, all the crossover episode with Stephen Willis from Locked on Ole Miss. That's all there. Today's episode was a shorter episode dedicated just to the Greg Brooks news. A lot of you have asked me for, a lot of y'all have been asking me for several weeks now, not weeks, for months. Hey, update on Greg Brooks. And pretty consistently, I've told you, I'll let the family say what they want when they want to say it. Obviously, whenever you file a lawsuit, that's public record, so now it's public. But the thing I've told you consistently is keep praying for Greg Brooks. Ew. Oh, it's Gordy. Paul Fruj asks, who's Greg Brooks? So yeah, for those that don't know, I can understand maybe if you're not like a diehard LSU fan or something like that. So Greg Brooks is a former LSU safety who had a brain tumor last year and had brain surgery, and so his football career is over. And a lot of the details in the lawsuit are pretty harrowing. when you realize what Greg Brooks is going through, still a year later can't walk. The lawsuit uses the phrase permanently disabled, that he'll need help, for the rest of his life, which is, that's devastating. I mean, a guy that was a, all conference caliber safety a year ago, and now, I mean, his life, his family's lives, forever altered. I go into a much deeper conversation and more detailed on Locked On. So if you want to catch that, you can. I'd recommend you do. But I will say that there are two sides to every story. I have spoken off the record to say people involved, And what nobody denies is that it's a terrible situation. Of course, it's devastating. Um, how much negligence, how much fault, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Gordy. Um, but you've heard one side via the lawsuit. The other side will have their chance, and the truth generally lies somewhere in between. So, all right. We'll say some good mornings here. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. As always, we appreciate y'all for being there with us. Get your comments in. It's interesting. We have our station survey up over at LouisianaSports.net. So everybody on staff, LSU, 4 picks for Ole Miss. I thought I'd be on an island a little bit there. Uh, Desperately hoping to be wrong, and LSU goes and makes a play late to win it. Gordy. Okay. All right, y'all. Hey, Bill. Good morning from Dallas. All right, Tiger Diver. Who we bet today? I got to hang on. All right. Let's ask Musso to send me Phil's picks. Phil Steele, Ben and Fuego here of late. I think we've had some. Probably had some line movement as well. So we'll see how it all may transpire. All right. Hey, Rooney. Good morning. Jacob Thompson. It's game day. Let's go beat Ole Miss. I was going to say Ole Miss. Chef. Good morning. Broadhead. Good morning. Dale Broussard. Had a great day in Death Valley. Let's go, Dale. Be loud and proud, man. Ricky Pope. Good morning. B Rock. What up? Club. What's going on, man? I can head to Destin. All right, man. Weather should be beautiful, man. Hope y'all enjoy. Kelly Gross, good morning. Aslan, morning, Matt. 10:26 p.m. here in Malaysia. Go Tigers. Glad to have you there, man. So I guess it'll be morning hours whenever else in Ole Miss. Or it's a blower. All right, here you go. Here's Phil Steele's picks. Uh, well, Utah minus 3.5. Was that last night? Let me see. Oh man, am I hearing something? What am I hearing? Arizona State beat Utah. Wow. Didn't feel great about that one. Anyway, all right. So here's the rest of the plays. All right, we are on Bama minus 21. I'm sorry. That's that's not okay, never mind. Bama, Iowa minus 3, Oklahoma plus 14.5, Southern Cal plus 4, Notre Dame minus 23, Pitt minus 3.5, BYU minus 4, Kansas State minus 3.5, Boise State minus 20.5, Oregon plus 3. There are your skill plays. Austin Kidder, morning from Flagstaff. Hoping to make it to our next road stop. Time to watch the game. All right, man. Just safe travels. Heading back to the BR, huh? Look forward to seeing you here, man. Hope all is well. Ricky, good morning. Brennan Huff, good morning. Chronic 9, go Tigers. Donald, just watched Brooks lock on LSU. Sad situation for Brooks. Yeah, thanks for watching it, Donald. Appreciate that. It is, it's terrible. It's a young guy, physical prime of his life, and, you know, uh Guy Brooks, good morning. Is that about Ole Miss LSU? Should be. It's be a great game tonight, hopefully. Oh, Tiger Mania, what's going on? Mason Odom, good morning. I love what you do. I appreciate your efforts. Hey, thanks, Mason. Appreciate that, man. Very kind of you. Aaron Hornsby, first to nothing like a game day in October. Whiskey and good vibes around for the day, and whiskey and wine tonight. Matt, your thoughts and concern? I'm concerned if Nuts is pressured, he may throw a bad pick. He has had that tendency. Man, honestly, he's been really good this year. I think that was a very legitimate concern coming into the year, because he had been that guy. He'd been a guy that at times didn't protect football in his opportunities. Um, but this year, I think he's been really good. Um, I'm looking up PFF because it'll tell you his. There you go, passing pressure. So under pressure, so when he's got a clean pocket, his offensive grade is 90.4. Um, Under pressure, 57.5. Naturally, it's gonna go down. But uh, when he's not blitzed, 81.4. When he is blitzed, when Garrett Nussmeier is blitzed, his PFF grade is 84.2. So he is actually pretty good, um, when you bring pressure. So, I think for Garrett, yes, you gotta protect football in this game. You can't give them extra possessions. They're too good offensively, and you've got too many questions defensively. But everybody ride the Nuss Bus, all right? And get your Nuss Bus shirts if you haven't already at 929 Misfits. I also bought a new one that I might debut today, later, we'll see. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Tom, it was good seeing you yesterday. Absolutely, man. Football Fridays at the Cook. For those who are interested, there's two this year over at Live Cook. It was yesterday before Ole Miss, and then the Friday before Bama. Former players, LSU legends, player panel, recruiting talk, lunch over at Live Cook, cash bar. Um, Billy Cannon's Heisman out there, which is really cool. So if you're interested, Friday before Alabama, we'll see you there. Prediction LSU 27-24. LSU holds almost to 24. I think a great shot to win the game. It's a blowout. Aaron Hornsby, Wendell Norman, good morning. Hey, Michael, appreciate your report on Locked On this morning. Horrible situation. It's not nothing but that's Greg as PT works with neuropopulation. It's a tough fight. The yeah. Um, yes. Oh, it's in my car. Um, just in my and like just in that console. Do you want me to go get it? Jeremy, good morning. Head in for the game with my daughter. Going to meet my son on campus in his first year. Awesome, man. You'll enjoy the day. Should be beautiful weather, awesome day. It's going to be packed. Uh, I mean, this is the kind of day that you live for when you're an LSU fan. These are the days that you'll talk about, remember forever. Hope you enjoy it with your family. But it's the game. It's the all the day around it in the game itself. When you have these types of opportunities, top 10 team coming into Tiger Stadium, night game, weather's going to be awesome. Whenever there's that little threat that you could lose, um, it always ramps up that intensity just a little more. So, um, should be a great day. Yeah. Erica, Jared, good morning. Scone and fam, listening to your reason why LSU may lose. Ole Miss has a good defense against two. You wouldn't say Kentucky offense is as good as ours. Kentucky didn't move the ball, Jared. Kentucky scored 20 points. Um, Kentucky did a really good job of possessing the ball. Um, and they had a very definitive plan um, to go in there and run the ball and shorten the game. If LSU can possess the ball like Kentucky did for that is a blow up. If LSU can possess the ball, Jared, for 40 minutes, yeah, I think it's a blow up. Um, Erica, Erica's sister's coming to get a parking pass. I think she's here, but I don't know if she. Are you going to get her? Okay, I thought you said she was here. Okay, yeah, it's just right by the shifter. Right, bye. Um, yeah. So anyway, like if you go look at that, that game went 20-17. If LSU holds Ole Miss to 17, they're winning the game. I think that's the big difference. Kentucky ran the ball 47 times for 93 yards. That's not great, but they possessed the ball for 39 minutes and 43 seconds. That was the difference. Ole Miss wasn't on the field. And then Kentucky had a fourth down late in the game. They threw the ball on 4th and 7, threw a deep pass, completed it. If that pass didn't complete, Ole Miss wins the game. Yeah, come on, baby. iPad. Well, no, you're not done. You're not done. Good day, hon. Who's had that show? Day, hon. You're almost done. A little while. Next time at beach, come see Daddy. And take it off. Okay. Almost. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. What's going on here? Did you twist this? Nope. Wait, let me see. World's going on here. What's wrong, hell? Oh, there it is. Found it. We found it, didn't we, bud? Let's go. Let's go. Daddy. What? That shit. Okay, there you go. All done. Okay. All right. Sorry. Um. Yes, sir, Jared. Sorry. So to your point, I'm not saying Kentucky's offense is good, but Kentucky didn't win that game because of their offense. Kentucky very successfully slowed that game down, and defensively, they limited Ole Miss to 17 points. I don't think LSU is limiting Ole Miss to 17 points. If LSU can limit Ole Miss to 17 points, then I think LSU will win comfortably. That's the difference. I think LSU will score, but I think Ole Miss is going to score too. Do I trust LSU's defense to get a final stop? That's what I can't say. Daniel, good morning. Chris, good morning. Straub, score prediction. Yeah, I picked that, I think 30-27 Ole Miss. Much as I hate that, um, it really comes down to do I think LSU's defense can get a stop late, and hopefully with the crowd and everything, uh, home field advantage, it wills you through. We've seen it before, but I think it's one of those where you're going to need it because I think Ole Miss's offense, while they struggled against the physical Kentucky defense, and they moved the ball last week. They They went in the deep freeze in the 4th quarter because they knew South Carolina wasn't gonna score. But I think LSU still has enough questions defensively, questions we have all asked all year, y'all, and you know you have as well. Um, I don't know that I trust LSU's defense to get that final stop to pick 'em. So if they do, great. I will be pleasantly surprised, and, um, I'll be fired up. Be a great night at Don Juan too. Jared Weems, good morning. Mr. Jones, good morning. Gorilla, good morning. Rob, wasn't it a brain tumor? Isn't this between him and his doctors, not football injury? So, Rob, you would need to go read the entire complaint, and I would encourage you, if you're interested, go watch or listen to Locked on LSU from today because they do talk about it. Um, now that the lawsuit's filed, I guess we're free to talk about. I'll feel free to talk more about it, and we've known a lawsuit was coming for a long time. Um, so Greg Brooks started having symptoms, in August during fall camp. He was treated, the things just like headaches, nausea, you know, he was treated, they went away, and so then he played 2 games, and then they came back, and when they came back, that's when they went for the scan, and that's when they found the brain tumor. There are some conflicting things in the lawsuit as well, accusations against the surgeon, um, and how they characterize the surgeon isn't exactly accurate. Um, I'm not trying to look I'm not saying everything was done flawlessly and there's no negligence. I'm not saying that. I'm also saying that an attorney in filing a complaint might make accusations or embellishments that, um, like, for example, like I was given this off the record statement. The lawsuit says that the doctor is only a spine surgeon. From his biography, he also has extensive experience in the surgical management of brain conditions such as stroke, brain tumor, and subdural hemorrhage. When you have a tumor wrapped around someone's spinal cord attached to their brain, there are inherent risks, which that makes sense as well. Again, I mostly what I'll say is as much as this is awful and devastating in every single way, just continue to pray for Greg Brooks and lift up that family. Um, I'm not trying to inject myself in the middle of that lawsuit. I don't know anything about it. Um, other than conversations I've had, and there's no side to take here. It's let's make sure the best thing possible can be done for Greg Brooks and his family. That's the side to take here. Nuts Bus shirt, yeah, man. 929 Misfits. I put the link in the chat if you're interested in one. Matt Flynn was wearing this. They went bonkers. Matt Flynn wore this to the LSU USC game, and LSU put it on their official football Twitter and Facebook and all that, and Instagram and all that stuff. So, needless to say, it went a little bonkers. Hey, Blake. Good morning. Gulf South this week. You said DeBoer is a good coach, not a great coach who wins a lot, but his letdowns every so often. My question: can't the same be said about Brian Kelly? Both track records speak for themselves. Yeah, I think that could be said for Brian Kelly. He's won consistently for a very long time. Brian Kelly just hasn't been able to get over the hump. Um, he made the college football playoff twice. He played in a BCS national championship game. Um, he's won consistently everywhere he's been. Um, I mean, you can define good, not great, or great, not elite, however you want to do it, Gulf South. I mean, you know, my contention is until Notre Dame was willing to alter admission standards, which are very stringent. Like, I didn't get into Notre Dame twice. Um, and when I applied as a transfer, 2 semesters at Holy Cross working with a Notre Dame counselor on my schedule, and I had a 3.95 at all A's and a B plus, and I didn't get in. Like, they have very, very strict admission standards. Um, and if you are trying to recruit and now you have to recruit elite players that also meet those admission standards, you're just shallowing out the pool. It's not to say there are no elite players that can get in Notre Dame, certainly there are, but there are fewer that can't than can. So you are going to, um, you're just not gonna have as good a roster, and I think that's what he and every Notre Dame coach has been up against since Lou Holtz. Um, what in the world? Kirk Herbstreit's riding in a car? So, if Brian Kelly's perspective, come to Baton Rouge where you have the Louisiana talent pool to fish from, and you can put together a roster that looks like a national championship roster. I mean, that's the concept. We'll see if we can get it done. I mean, I don't think either of us would say Ed Ogeron or Les Miles are, like, elite all-time great coaches. They both won national championships here. Ty, which I think Ole Miss is the better team. I don't see them winning the big game. I don't see it being as high scoring as last year. Well, Ty, it's definitely not gonna be as high scoring. I've said it over and over. My favorite play in this game is the under. It's actually come down now. It was 64.5 all week. I think yesterday it was at 61.5. So I hope y'all jumped on it early. I told y'all to. I mean, if you're gonna bet, I mean, you don't have to bet, of course, but if you are a sports bettor, um, it's just so obvious. You're gonna have people who just go, "Oh, LSU Ole Miss, nobody plays D." It's the same thing against USC. It was the same thing like, you may forget it now in hindsight, but remember all throughout that offseason, it was like, "Oh, LSU and USC, 2 really good offenses, 2 terrible defenses. Take the over." So it's at 62.5 right now. It was at 64.5 all week. So, um, I'd still take it at 62.5. Brennan got the field skill plays locked in. Ghastly Gamer, good morning. Brad David, good morning. Lonnie, our son is on leave from the Army on our way to Tiger Stadium. Go Tigers. That's awesome, Lonnie. I hope you all have an awesome day with your family. Much respect and appreciation and gratitude to your son as well for serving. Um, the line's down on one. Sharp money. I'm looking at it right now. It's 3.5. I'm literally looking at it right now. It's 3.5. Dustin. That was a fun game. Scattaboo. Patrick, morning, Matt. Super pumped for tonight. Nervous energy. That's what makes college football great. I agree with that. Got my entire layout ready. We'll be out of control. Hey, Jeff. Good morning. Bubba. Good morning. Back on the grid. Awesome. Glad to hear that, man. Bubba's down in Tampa. Hoping to find some to watch the Tigers tonight. Very good, man. Very, very good. Thanks for the plays. Who's the money line parlay? Money line parlay. Apologies was Bama, Clemson, Iowa State, Boise, Tennessee. Retired journalists. There you go. Whiskey and wine will be legendary. Either way the game goes, it will be legendary tonight, no doubt. They win, yes, it'll be euphoria. If they lose, it will be devastation, and yes, it will be legendary. Michael, what's up? Milton, any chance the Saints pull it off tomorrow? There's always a chance, man. It's the NFL. I mean, the Patriots beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. Yes, there's always a chance. I wouldn't bet my hard-earned money on it. Any chance Perkins comes back next year? Sure, there's a chance, but I've still seen some mock drafts that have him in round 1. If he's a first-round pick, he's gonna go. William Cook, what's the deal with Hilton? Yeah, man, I'll I don't mind telling you that, uh, Chris is he's medically clear, like, he could play. I think it's a pain tolerance and an effectiveness issue of, like, how effective can he be if he doesn't feel 100%? I think that's kinda what's balanced right now, but Phil, I'd love to see him out there tonight, man. For LSU and for him, as I've talked about plenty. Let's see how many fake injuries they do. You know, the interesting thing about that too is that teams always did it against Ole Miss, and so Lane always scoffed at it, and now he's like, "Fine, y'all gonna do it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it even more egregious than everybody." And so Ole Miss released a statement this week saying they've instructed their coaches to have sportsmanship and blah, 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 blah. So we'll see if they cut it down tonight. Seth, did you see Bregman and son playing at Alex Fox? I did, and I'll have to check it out. Gulf South, let's see. On your Louisiana Sports website, you had odds Friday college picks, but they weren't last week or this week yet. Is that odd trying to let people listen to a show or just no upload time? Um, so are you saying Otter locks on Friday? So Ott doesn't come on AFR on Friday. Um, and so I don't know that we get his Friday picks. I know for his Saturday, I can text him right now and get him. Like we have Lee Sterling's pick up, we have Phil Steele's pick up. Let me text Todd, see if he can send me. This. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Got it. Let's see. Oh, I'm the only one on our staff going with Oregon. Hunt and I have USC, Hester T-Ball have Penn State. We all have Kentucky over Hunt and I have Ole Miss, Hester T-Ball have LSU. We all have Tennessee over Florida. It is true. All right. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post. Trivia Carter, what's up? Kelly Presley, good morning. Richie, morning. Coming to the game. Hope to see you out there. I won't be out at the game, man. Unfortunately, I haven't been out to campus for a game in years. Like I haven't been in Tiger Stadium since 2017. Just game day work and everything, and especially with whiskey and wine. Starting right when the game ends. Like it's just not worth the fight traffic to get out there to park, to get in the stadium, to watch quarter and a half, have to leave, you know. So um I'll get back there eventually, but it's been a minute. Let's see. Game day crew with Nick Saban just did a special on Ole Miss faking injuries. So again, like teams did that to Ole Miss. Yeah. Teams did that to Ole Miss, and nothing was ever done about it. So they're like, "Well, we'll just do it too." Bill. Um, and there is a policy. Like the SEC has a sportsmanship policy that prohibits that. They just haven't enforced anything. So, um, maybe the league will start enforcing it. Hey Tim, good morning. Tom, missed your prediction yesterday. I'd my prediction is bet the under. I was slightly into Ole Miss in the game. Think I think this is a coin flip situation. Heavily favors LSU. I think Ole Miss is the better team. I think that's objectively true. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Ole Miss is just like they're 1 to 85. They have the better roster right now. They went ham in the portal. We've all talked about it all off season. They were great in pre-conference. Haven't been nearly as impressive the last 2 weeks. Um, Kelly 15-2. This is why you should read numbers to know at LouisianaSports.net. Marler does a really good job putting this together. Lane Kiffin 0-4 on the road against ranked opponents in the SEC. Brian Kelly all time as a head coach, 15-2 in home games when coming off a bye. Situation heavily favors LSU. Tiger Stadium tonight, all that stuff. I just don't know if I trust LSU's defense to get enough stops. So, um, anyway. Brennan, Nuss bust the Heisman game tonight. Great opportunity. How's Caden He's good to go. Kerry, do you think LSU can have a 35, 40-minute time possession? No, that's not how LSU plays, man. Um, there's a blue. Um, Mark, I just don't care about Southern Miss or John Gruden, Mark. I respect that you do. I just don't. If we can loosen up the Ole Miss defense with our passing game, we'll get the running game going nicely. Time possession 32 minutes. Do you think this is an SC title eliminator for Ole Miss and LSU? Yeah. Well, not for LSU, for Ole Miss, because this would be Ole Miss's second conference loss. Remember, LSU, their only loss so far has been to Southern Cal, so it's non-conference. So if LSU loses, while it might be difficult as a second loss to get back to the playoff contention, technically it's only your first SEC loss if you lose tonight. So they would still very much be in the mix. If Ole Miss loses, that's two conference losses. I don't know that I see Ole Miss coming back to conference losses when they've still got to play Georgia, and I don't know that you're going to have a two-loss team in the SEC championship game. Ew. Okay, it's Bill. Bill. Um, did Cam Rising play last night? I can't believe they played him. Thomas, great Locked On this morning. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate you for watching, man. Yeah, if you're just joining and haven't seen, today's Locked On episode is about just my take on the Greg Brooks situation, just shedding a little bit of light based on what I know now, what I've known for a little while. So, Isaiah, which wide receiver steps up tonight? Um, I mean, look, I think this is we did Friday football Friday at the Cook yesterday, and I talked on stage with Eddie Kennison, and his take was this is a matchup that heavily favors Mason Taylor. So it's not a receiver, but this could be a big Mason Taylor night based on Ole Miss's defense and how LSU may look to attack them. Um, just finished Locked On. Did an amazing job with a tough situation. Praying for the Brooks family. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Abner Neal, good morning. Elijah, audio's acting funny. Sounds fine most part every couple of seconds. Sounds like you're underwater. I wonder what's up with that. Could it be the TV's on? Look at Nick Saban holding the football for some co-ed, some college kid to kick the ball. Wait till somebody kicks Nick Saban's hand. Did you see J Boy's show debate? Who's better coach between Kelly and Kiffin? They all said Kiffin. What? I did not see it. Dale, doubt he is successful in that action against the surgeon. That's why patients sign informed consent before surgery, so they're aware of potential risk and side effects. Uh, Great. Our defense got to step up tonight. Buddy Bond, good morning. Looking forward to the big game. Phil Smith, going to the game. Can somebody invite me to the tailgate? Phil, all you got to do is walk around, man. Just walk around and find some, just walk into somebody's tailgate, man. People feed you, you know. But if anybody's out there, y'all invite Phil. Tell him where you are. Drop your location. Ole Miss number 1 receiver is planning on playing. Yeah, Trey Smith will be out there. I just excuse me, Trey Smith. That's the former on Trey Harris. I don't know how effective he'll be. I made it so good. Uh, I don't know how good, how effective he'll be, and I think that is a huge factor in this game. Look, Trey Harris is phenomenal, and LSU does not have anybody that can guard Trey Harris. Not man to man anyway. So, he's got 52 catches on the year for 5 games. If he is not available, um, that is yeah. If he is not available, limited, um, that is a massive blow to that Ole Miss offense, and I do think that changes the game. Um, not only just functionally how they operate, but also just emotionally. Like, if he gets out there and they throw him a pass and he tries to cut and he goes down and he can't continue, like, that would be I'm not hoping for that for the young man. I got you never, like, cheer for an injury. But it's one of those things you have to talk about. Um, I heard hold on. I'm doing morning scone. I just put you on speaker so I can look at so I can look at hang on. You wanna ask that again?
Can't read Jimmy's handwriting to understand
It's
what
so
his
bad.
nerves morning.
Where let's see. Newman's Max Web I'm trying to there's not okay. Um, oh, jeez. I think that's Kentucky.
Is it money
That's
line
fine.
minus?
No, I think that's Kentucky minus 12.5. I think that's what that I think that's KY minus 12.5.
Okay, well, we're gonna put that right down. That is poor handwriting on Jimmy.
Dude, this is all terrible. Like I'm like it's so hard trying to figure out what he's writing so often. Um,
In the matter of 3 minutes.
huh?
I unlocked the up in a matter of 3 minutes.
Okay, so thank you, Hoont.
Yeah.
Bye. So Gulf South, who's asking, look, his slate of like 30 picks from his Friday morning show. That's going to be up in like you just heard Hunt say. That's what Hunt's working on. I had Jimmy. So Jimmy has a yellow legal pad, so he writes down all the plays for all their handicappers, and so that he sends me a picture of it. We transcribe and put it on the website. Not yeah. So that's what that was. He was trying to figure out what that was. Why did Missouri schedule a game at UMass? Great question. Seth, what's it been like around Baton Rouge all week? What's a big game like this? Awesome, especially as the week's gone along, man. You can tell just around town all week. There's just a really good vibe and atmosphere. You can feel it in town. You can feel it whenever there's a big game around LSU. It certainly qualifies. Brendan referred to LSU as we at the beginning of game day when talking about the defense. Was he talking about when he was at LSU? Was like when I was there, we like I would need to know the context in which he said it. Brad, let's see, nervous about today. Feels like a season's on the line. I'd be lying if I said I liked our chances. Brad's the hard part when you do my job. It's you owe it to your audience to be honest. And so you're honest and it sucks because people aren't gonna like your honesty. Although I'd rather be credible. So yeah, man. I mean, I picked Ole Miss to win. I think it's a I think it's a coin flip game. I think they're better. Um, but I love LSU in the situation. And I'm hoping that Tiger Stadium is the difference. You're being at home. You the crowd forces them into some mistakes in their throw, gets the defense juice to force a fumble, something like that. You flip feel like one of those types of plays I think is the difference tonight. So see. Don't forget to text RC wish happy birthday today. I have RC's birthday on my calendar. I do. Oh, it's also Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Well, I mean, that's just because you Google put it in there, but I have RC's birthday on my calendar. I will. Barry, good morning. Alan, Don, do you think Nuss can be a championship quarterback at LSU from what you've seen? Absolutely. Um, he's accounting for 73% of the offense right now. Uh, he's been he's been outstanding. You're already starting to see him mocked in mock drafts as a first round pick. Yes, absolutely. He could be a championship quarterback. The defense has to be better. So, like, I don't think you have a championship defense this year. How quickly can you get back to a championship defense level? Ew. And does he come back next year? Uh, Saying you're having audio issues. What audio issues are you having? That's 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check. 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check. It's fine on the board. I wonder if I wonder if y'all are on YouTube or if you're on, let's see, the people having audio issues, YouTube. I would say if you're having audio issues, um, maybe close out and restart it. Is everybody having that? I'm curious. Craig, tonight's prediction, I'll be drunk off Wild Turkey 70th anniversary. Nice. ECBP C924. There you go. Which is that a barrel proof, Elijah Craig barrel proof, Craig, from your store? Curious. Curious. Let me know the 70th edition is. We talked about it with Taylor this week on Bourbon Dictionary. What up, cuz? Oh man. So that's my cousin Nick, who lives in Alabama. LSU fan, married to a Bama fan. Wonderful woman. Love her dearly, but still a Bama fan. So I would imagine this week Nick has had a really good week. We'll get dressed and we'll go to Daddy's work, ride the elevators. Okay. Uh, Still having it. Terry saying Elon Musk filling out job applications. Terrio's letter yesterday was great. Milton Burrell, okay. Yes, saw that. The Evangel quarterback had himself quite a night the other night. Kyle, morning, Matt. Got 8.5 hours to change your pick to the right side of history. No, man, it's locked in, dude. It's on every graphic. It's on every show. You don't waffle, man. You make a decision, you go with it. Um, listen, there's someone who at one point, I won't mention this person, but it was someone who covered LSU in 4 seasons, never once picked against LSU. Never once picked LSU. I'll just never be that guy. If I think they're gonna win, Imma tell you. If I think they're gonna lose, I'm like, I thought they were gonna be I'm not always gonna be right. I thought they were gonna beat USC. I did. I thought LSU was a better team, and I thought they would beat USC. They were close. The game went kind of as I thought it was, and USC made the play late. LSU didn't. I thought LSU in that game would be able to salt the game away with their running game. They'd have a lead, they'd salt it away. Um, and they didn't. Had an opportunity to and didn't. Um, so we'll see. Brian, good morning from Arkansas. Okay. Drive safely today, man. Jay, man, good morning. Have disagree about Ole Miss having the better team. The talent is close. LSU more elite roster. That's just not true. That's just not true, man. Um, I mean, Walter Nolan, JJ Pegues, Princely Monmielen, Chris Paul, Trey Amos. Like, you don't have anybody like that, especially defensively. Like, you realize how good their defense is? Like they lost the game to Kentucky. They allowed 20 points. I mean, Kentucky had 93 rushing yards on 47 carries in that game. Like, the defense is plenty good enough. Uh, Offensively, they're comparable, but the difference is that Ole Miss's defense is dramatically better than your defense. Like, that's not debatable. Like, you can't with a straight face sit here and try to argue that to me. When collectively we have all been talking about how bad the defense was a year ago and then ended this season hoping they've improved, and we're talking about how they can't stop the run, the safety play's been poor, you're down Harold Perkins, down Jacoby Gipper. You can't come on, man. Like, you can't legitimately sit there and try to tell me you think that LSU's roster right now is better than Ole Miss's. It's not. It's not that Ole Miss has done a better job recruiting and all that stuff. They went into the portal, went ham this year because they're trying to win a national championship. So they went and bought a great defensive roster. See if it works for them. Travis Michelle, good morning from Austin. All right, man. Tiger Diver, hoping we can win so you can hear old Tiger Stadium cheers. I'm sure it can't be that bad. Oh, oh, you're talking about our yeah, okay. Um, so when when I was a student at LSU, and for those who watch Whiskey and Wine, you maybe won't find this hard to believe. Um, I would maintain we had the most vulgar chants in the history of ever. Um, the STTDB thing is mild compared to what we did. Um, and, I told T-Bob one of them, and he insists that we will get the whole bar at Don Juan to do this on Whiskey and Wine if LSU wins. It would be something to see if it happens, and it is that bad. Wayne Blanchard, good morning. Nick, so you know Bama fans are in denial. The jokers think their team is gonna continue their dynasty. Their dynasty is over. They can be in whatever amount of denial they want. We're gonna go to daddy's work. And then to Drew's house, watch football. Watch more football. Then later daddy's gonna go to Don Juan Scarborough. Taylor, Ben Jackson Dart throws at least one interception in this game. One storyline to watch is Dart has not been great the last 2 weeks. I mean, he has protected the football. He's only got 2 interceptions on the season. Um, and, uh, one of them was, uh, he threw 1 each against Wake Forest and Georgia Southern, but has not thrown an interception in the last 2 weeks in conference play. Um, and he hasn't gone over 300 yards the last 2 weeks either. 261 against Kentucky, 285 against South Carolina. No, that's after they were averaging 600 yards of offense for the first month of the season. So their offense has come back down to earth the past 2 weeks. But is LSU's defense good enough to do what Kentucky and South Carolina's defense did? I don't know. SG Juice, Lance Richard, morning, Matt. Anyone else find man, that's so weird. I don't know what's going on there. My apologies for that. Um, I ask where odds picks are. You make a text. Picks are on the site in 20 minutes. You should go to politics, Mike, get stuff done. One thing for certain, uh, Gulf South is I do get stuff done. If you go look, we've talked before about Enneagram. I'm an eight, and Enneagram eights are doers. It's all action. We, we are ready, fire. We're ready, fire, aim people. We act sometimes everything. We trust our instinct and we go. Um, there's not a lot of thought there. Um, huh. Know why the audio would keep going in and out, y'all. My apologies for that. A lot of y'all are saying that now, and I don't know why that would be the case. Hmm. All right. Would love for Wood Weeks to recreate the part.
one thing for certain.
It does sound like it's
Is
overmodulated a bit.
I do get some. Weird,
What that is? It's like a modulation like a processing issue. That's weird. That shouldn't happen. I'll reset the board after the show. Anyway. No, it's not. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, T-Bob may pick up every game. I don't know, but that's not who I'm talking about. Um, Kyle Vaughn, 50-50 game, Tiger Stadium more than make a difference. Over here at T-Bob tonight. Murder Giraffe, Dart is bad at ball. It's interesting. I heard an Ole Miss reporter this week said Jackson Dart the last 2 weeks and passed beyond like 20 yards, right? Like 3 of 15. So they's really struggled to push the ball down the field accurately. So, do you know if NIL deal is nullified if there's a season-ending injury? No. Um, and here's the thing, Ryan. Anybody that would try to anybody that would try um would try to take away an NIL deal or cancel it or anything like that because of an injury, you would get such negative publicity from that. Nobody's gonna do it. Um, let's see. J-Man, not that I disagree completely. Feel our defense has talent, still working out scar tissue mentioned. But this is it, J-Man. Like, it's not about scar tissue or mentality. Like, you just don't have a lot of NFL talent on defense. Now you got a lot of young guys that I think will develop into that. I think Ahmad Bro, like all the 5 freshmen we keep talking about, Bro, McKinley, Woodland, Spears, Relaford, like those guys are gonna be good. Like those guys are gonna be really good. But if you're telling me I'm counting on 5 true freshmen in this game against that Ole Miss offense, Lane Kiffin calling plays and oh man, like it's just not. I mean, I think the reason we think of it as a coin flip is because it's in Tiger Stadium. It's not like it's a coin flip if this is neutral. This game was in Oxford. If the roles were reversed, if Ole Miss was at home coming off a bye, I think Ole Miss would win it cover easily. But because of the situation, because it's a Baton Rouge, it levels the playing field a bit more. We'll see, man. Let's see. I mean, listen, I'm not sitting here staunchly advocating for Ole Miss football. I'm just telling you, like, we all have to make picks, and so that's my pick. Like, if I didn't have to make a pick, I wouldn't make a pick. But everybody wants me to make a pick, so I made a pick. I hope like heck LSU wins the game. We're having an awesome celebration tonight at Don Juan. And I mean, trust me, not only as an LSU alum and fan and everything, do I want him to win, but as a radio host, I believe we'll win more. You get a second loss at this point in the season, not great for business either. So yeah, for a lot of reasons, I want him to win. Chase, good morning. Bubba, trade as Green, Samson, Watkins with more targets this week. You think they go to Hilton if Hilton is the full go? It was interesting for me to hear Brian Kelly talk about Pimpton and Green primarily. I don't know that it's a Jelani Watkins plan. That's hard to in a game like this to see him get his first action, first targets. I don't know that I believe that. I think you just lean more heavily on your veteran guys. It would be interesting to see if they have packages designed with Pimpton and Trade Green on the field. That would be a nice wrinkle to see. Nick, one way or the other tonight, I think a bottle of JT milk is getting cracked open. Sorry about the audio, guys. Hope we can hear a new rendition of Blank Ole Miss. Joseph, morning from Houston. Can you believe I have to be at a wedding tonight? Joseph, I'll tell you this, you don't have to be at a wedding tonight. You're choosing to go to a wedding tonight, and the people that are getting married are super selfish, and, I wouldn't, go to their wedding if it were me. So, I would be like, I mean, you listen, you chose to get married during football season, and I respect that it's your decision. You can marry whenever you want, but if you're gonna get married in football season, then you have to understand there are gonna be people that choose not to go to your wedding. And I'll also tell you this, Joseph, I don't know who's getting married, but, um, I was told a piece of advice from a colleague years ago that I think is great advice and reigns true. It's okay to miss a wedding. It's never okay to miss a funeral. And it's true if I think back to it, like, I don't remember my wedding reception, all that stuff, like, it's such a blur. But when you go to a funeral, you remember the people that are there for you in your tough times. So, yeah, I would tell you, Joseph, don't go to the wedding. Watch the football game. If you don't wanna go to the wedding, don't go to the wedding, watch the football game. That's what I would do. Bill, I think LSU will have some new wrinkles, offense, defense. It better. Brother, 2 weeks to prepare for this game? You better have some you better have some wrinkles tonight. Kirk, good morning. Appreciate your honest evaluation. Have a hard time removing my bias, especially when the Rebels come to town. I'm with you, man. That's that's what I that's what I professionally have to do. It's the crappiest part of the job. I tell you all the time, the worst part about being in the opinion media is giving opinions. It's because you're always gonna upset somebody, no matter what. 100% of the time when you give an opinion, someone is not gonna like you. 100% of the time. So you just have to not care about it. Dustin, good morning. Cleaning out the garage, listening to Scone. All right, Dustin, appreciate you, man. All right, Kirk, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Uh, Kirk will be in the house at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Toviano. Yeah, man, we'll see what Toviano does tonight. Gets out there, runs around a little bit. Any wedding I've ever been to ended in divorce. That's my built-in excuse. All right, y'all, we're done. I need to get Drew, go ride some elevators, get home, watch these games. So y'all have an awesome day, man. As always, shout out to Brock and Parrish in North Beach. Go to Brock and Ruth calls Parrish. I got Parrish pinned in the chat as well. Unique Physique for Emotions. Unique Physique, semaglutide, tirzepatide, the injections for weight loss, the weight loss shots we hear so much about. They've got them, lowest prices, never any contract. Do the whole thing over telemed, and they can ship your medicine anywhere. So check them out at uniquephysique.com. And of course, Crystal Poche over at Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Book a session. If you have pain, don't live in that pain anymore. Let Crystal Poche get you out of that pain. Just book a session. Be glad you did. Okay, we're done. You got time before the 11 a.m. kickoff, so go listen to Locked on LSU if you would. I'd appreciate it. YouTube or a podcast Locked on LSU. All right, we'll see you all for Whiskey and Wine as soon as the game goes final. Have a great day. Go Tigers. Peace.